Now, we know storytelling can shape culture, spark conversations, and even drive social change. Today on Arise 360, we're joined by a dynamic creative voice who has helped bring some of Africa's biggest unscripted television moments to life. As a writer, director, and seasoned filmmaker, documentary and reality TV expert, Taiwo Okeoghene Adebisi has worked on major productions, including The Real Housewives and Big Brother Naija. Beyond television, she is a maternal well-being advocate and the digital creator behind Mom Journal, where her honest reflections on motherhood and lifestyle have built a strong, relatable community. As creative director of the L.I.F.E Creations, she is committed to telling stories that not only entertain but also inspire meaningful change. Today, she joins us to talk about creativity, authenticity, and using storytelling as a tool for impact. Hello, Taiwo. Welcome to the show.
Thank
you do a lot.
Yeah,
she's a busy woman.
Yes.
Very busy.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. So
Thank you.
Seeing you are an advocate for all things mom and woman well-being. Thank you so much. We love that. Now, why did you even decide that is something you were passionate about and you wanted to dive into?
I mean, before becoming a mom myself, I've always been a creative, a storyteller, music, all of that. And then I became a mom. And then I realized that we glamorize this motherhood thing a lot. It is not all that it is cut out to be. Yes. And
When you say glamour, it's like it's not fun.
My brother.
And the hardest things in life.
It's not, the craziest thing is such a joyful experience. Like,
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, it's
now.
work.
Yes,
Two things can be
yes,
true at the same time.
yes.
Don't scare people.
Joy can
you.
be right next to, I'm tired, I'm crying.
Do you understand? I can be in love with this tiny human being, but I'm breaking. It's two things that can happen at the same time. So I decided when I became a mom, I decided that I was going to tell a story, speak to real women, share real experiences, and that's how we came into being passionate about.
Okay, before we get into the hurdles you passed to make this documentary, let me first ask, how many kids do you have now?
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know for this one.
I'm
No,
not asking
okay.
questions. I don't
Let's go there.
Okay, so what was your experience during childbirth that probably prompted you to actually make this documentary? I know it's just one. One is a lot, but what was that experience? What was it like for you?
Okay, so I had a preterm baby, meaning she did not get to 40 weeks. Okay. I had her at 29 weeks, so she was very small. We stayed in the hospital for 2 months. So you can imagine the craziness happening in my mind, in my head at the time. So I had a relatively easy pregnancy. Relatively easy, because it is not easy. Do you understand? Women can, because from the time you're a teenager, you're probably been bearing menstrual pain and all of that. So our threshold for bearing pain is like a lot. So when I say relatively easy, does not mean that it's pain-free. I mean, I was throwing up for 14 weeks or 15 weeks. I couldn't keep anything down. I had no appetite. I craved nothing. I wasn't eating. I was losing weight and adding weight and all of that. And then on the 29th week, my water broke before time. And you know that spelled like doom. That spelled danger, because this baby is not ready to come out. The baby is not ready to be here. And yeah, so...
When you say, let me ask about personal questions. Sorry. Curiosity. When you say you're not craving anything, now we've seen clips and heard stories about when women are pregnant, they could be craving even cement.
Yeah.
They could... I mean, is that first of all, is that true? And what were you craving?
True.
Okay, before you answer that, then also in the theater when you were in labor, was your husband there? Did you squeeze his hand? Did you punch his face? What? Like, I'm just trying to, because I'm preparing people. Like, we have some people behind the scenes that have not given birth. They don't know what it feels like. They don't understand.
He can as well.
I know, right? So I did not go into labor. That was the crazy part.
Okay.
So my water broke, but they kept me, but I wasn't going into labor. So it was like an emergency C-section to bring her out. And, in the theater, only doctors are allowed. So my husband...
Did you let your husband?
No, he was just right at the door. And he picked the baby and he took her to the ward while they were stitching me up.
He was in the hospital. That is good enough.
He was at the door. Literally at the door.
They're meant to be there, hold your hand.
Yeah. I mean,
some C-sections, like the ones that maybe are not emergency. Yeah. Sometimes you see the man standing by the head and there's a film there. Sometimes the men are the ones cutting the umbilical cord. Shout out
Okay,
to
now
my...
before she asks, what were you craving? Sorry. What were you craving?
Nothing.
You're not craving
I was
nothing.
literally
So you have
eating
any
white
weird
rice.
cravings?
No, I was eating white. Okay, maybe white rice.
Just white rice.
White rice and the smallest stew. Like, I couldn't...
Because we've heard some stories about, your wife could wake you up at as late or early as 1 a.m. and say she wants to eat.
If you understand, if you understand how people are different, how bodies are different, you understand that this whole thing it manifests itself in different ways. Some people can be literally eating chewing ice block, morning, like all day.
Yeah,
but I never had any cravings whatsoever.
I mean, they say childbirth is maybe one of the most dangerous things to be done to the human body. So even the fact that so many women are still going through this, not even the women that want to have babies, we're seeing a lot of, unfortunately, young girls in forced marriages who are forced to bring a child into this world before their time and everything. So even just touching on your documentary, what is it about, and how do you even advocate for all these young girls who are having to go through childbirth or become moms at such a young age?
Okay, do you know that Nigeria as a country the entire maternal mortality rate in the whole world, Nigeria is like 29%. So the number of women that die from childbearing and all of that in Nigeria is like the highest. And when you see that, my documentary aims to foster awareness and empathy. And when you listen to women and then you see all of these things that they've had to go through to bring children to life. And these are women that chose to carry these babies. So imagine when you're a teenager or when your body is not even ready to carry it. So imagine the darkness that you'll be plunged into. And I intend to use this documentary to just tell people that, see, it's not the easiest journey, right? So give women grace. And also, if people understand all of the work, all of the hard work, all of the mental, physical, emotional work that women put into carrying and bearing children, maybe we would treat each other better. Maybe we would not, we'll not hurt each other, we'll not kill each other. Once you're looking like this is somebody's child or this is somebody's mother, because all of us are somebody's child. So imagine if people can understand the sheer weight that women lose their lives on a daily basis. There was one study by WHO, I think out of 100,000 live births, there were almost 75,000 deaths in 2023. Yes, is it 75,000 or 7,500? But it was one ridiculous amount in just how many years here. And the funny thing, the number has been reducing. That means it was worse. In the times of our mothers, when they were having 10, 50 children, it was worse. So if people understand that it is not the easiest journey, and we are empathetic towards each other, right, the world would definitely be a better place.
All right, okay, it's because of time, because we're about wrapping up this interview. Now, I mean, during your research and production of this movie, I mean, when it comes...
Was it documentary?
Yeah, sorry, documentary rather. I mistakenly called the movie. So now, the quality of our healthcare has always been talked about. Now, what do you feel is that untold truth that needs to be addressed in your own research during this documentary? Maybe on the maternity side or, generally in healthcare. What do you think needs to be addressed to have better, care for, patients, especially those that, want to give birth?
There's a serious brain drain in the medical world in Nigeria. There's a serious brain drain. When we were in the ward, maybe like the pre-labor ward, because I wasn't going into labor, so they kept me there. We just had a handful of doctors coming to check. They were not enough. They were stressed out, they were overworked, and you hear them complain that they never pay me, they never pay me, they never pay me. Just even here, as I was sitting down, I was reading one tweet from, I think, Health Attainer saying that house doctors have not been paid since December. So imagine, and it's not everybody that has the money to go to private hospitals. I went to a private hospital. I used my antenatal and everything was in a private hospital. When it got down to the time and I had an emergency, I went to a public hospital.
Because the private hospitals are not better equipped.
They're not better equipped. That's the crazy part. So it's like, where do we go? We are between the devil and the deep blue sea. The private hospitals are very expensive, right? And it's not as if they have
state-of-the-art equipment or anything.
or the ones that have are going to literally cut off your head because you want to born. You pay tens of millions of naira. Do you get? And then you now go to the government hospital. They have more resources, more equipment, but there's a complete brain drain. Nobody, people, if there's a ward that's supposed to have like 10 doctors, they have 2. Where's everybody? They have Jackpa. So imagine the situation, and now everybody's at the mercy of just those few doctors, of just those lead, just what we have. So if you don't have money to go to the private, you go to the public, and then you deal with what you have.
Okay, so real quick, because we're wrapping up now, where can people watch this documentary? Is it out? And
yeah, the 5 Creations, Journey to Life is showing on the 5 Creations TV on YouTube, and we intend to make it, because everybody has been asking, so we intend to make sequels after now. Yeah, so Journey to Life is on the 5 Creations TV on YouTube.
Thank you for making this, spreading the awareness.
Thank you for having me.